Hey guys, just a super quick note. The Ford government has said that as of May 11th, that's tomorrow, you can start using parks again on a limited basis. Hiking, biking, bird watching, but no overnight stuff. Just strictly using the day facilities of a park. So I'm sure everyone at Knights Beach is real excited to hear this and itching to get back to their trailers. So of course part of these new rules is you can't use any of the facilities, you can't use the buildings, washrooms, can't use water taps, water faucets. So for the trailer owners who are on the waterfront at Knights Beach, there's something to really bear in mind here before you get back to the park. So you can't use the facilities, and of course, unless Haldeman very rapidly makes an amendment to the remedy order, you can't enter your trailer either. So of course the biggest problem is with the decks, but the remedy order that's been placed by Haldeman's building department does not allow you to enter the properties. That refers to the trailers themselves. So if you have a deck that has been given an order, that deck's attached to your trailer, you're not allowed to enter the trailer either. It's not likely they're going to give you this amendment. They're just going to want the repairs done. Now bear in mind that Dave and Edward have already removed a lot of these decks because of the storm damage, but there's still remedies to be taken, and it still has to be inspected by the building department, and they have to sign off on it, giving you permission to go back in to your trailers. So your decks still need to meet the building code requirements, the building department's requirements. Covid-19 has distracted us from the original problem. The storms created a lot of damage. That brought it to the attention of Haldeman. Haldeman is saying these properties are off limits until repairs have been made to their satisfaction. And remember, when I say property, it's all of Knights Beach. The individual lots have been cited, but that's more for identification purposes or for being specific. The entire park needs to meet the remedies, so it's not just one property at a time. All of them need to meet the remedies. So I know a lot of you think you're going to be heading down to repair or renovate or change your decks. The bottom line is you're not. You're going down to remove your decks. They need to be demolished and removed. Unless they meet the criteria of flat on the ground, don't require railings, and so on and so forth. So it has to be within the park specs, which says 12 feet by 24 feet, and it has to be within Haldeman's, the building department specs, where it says it's flat on the ground and does not require railings. So flat on the ground also means that the ground around the deck has to be flat. If you were to fall off the deck, you would fall no further than the thickness of the deck. You can't have it overhanging down by the beach or anything like that. The only possible caveat to this is that maybe, because they've been really strict about not letting anybody in the park, maybe Dave and Edward have already done this work. Because remember, these orders are not against you as the tenant. The orders are against Knights Beach Resort. They may have already ripped some of this stuff out behind your backs. Won't know until you get there, but you can go down tomorrow and find out. Unless for some reason the park doesn't let you go in, but Premier Ford says you can. So remember, take the long drive down to the park, take your tools with you, and don't forget to take a pot to pee in, because you can't use theirs.